I am Delphina, and I come with Perciel to be with you in spirit and in matter for the anchoring of the fourth crystal ray within you and within the earth, for the light of God to descend into the crucible of your being, and for a new way to be made plain for you to walk within blessed ones for your victory on the initiatic path. As you understand through deep reflection upon God, more of the energies of spirit manifesting as the five crystal rays, you will come to a new resonance with perfection within your heart, your mind, your soul. And you will learn to use these five elements, both in succession and together, for the victory of what the pentagram represents of God consciousness, solar awareness, and the mystical elements of the divine quintessences that permeate the cosmos. The pentagram is a sacred symbol for those who understand what it represents, the dynamics of the release of inner light, inner fire, inner God beingness. When you go within, you contact the God light inside. Yet what will you do from that point of contact that you make, having reached deep within yourself through stillness to know the eternal presence of the one light? Permeating your being is this energy field of beingness, of God's presence, that has sustained you through the vast evolution of your soul within time and space, and between embodiments in that sacred world of ether, of prana, where the higher spirits reside, who overshine mankind and provide inspiration and an impetus for them to progress, to accelerate in consciousness, and eventually to gain, through self-realization, their eternal freedom. The light of truth, the light of wisdom, the light of love and compassion, the light of God consciousness must be imbibed by each disciple who walks the initiatic path, for him or her to understand his or her eternal nature. What is this eternal nature? It is God. And the Elohim, having, as co-creators, participated with God in the original creation within the time-space continuum that you call the matter cosmos or universe, are also blessed ones in an ongoing way, coalescing within your planet and her people, the more refined elements of spirit that will eventuate in your full embodying of your own divine reality. When you seek to embody God's presence consciously within your being, We are there modeling for you the divine Atman experience and energy field. And with the Manus of the races, the Chohans of the rays, there is an infusion of light from the core outward. And the crystal rays, which facilitate higher gnosis, Buddhic awareness, and the instauration of the mother light deep within the soul, are there for you to experience, to experiment with, and to totally know as a part of self for your victory. Harmonizing these crystal frequencies is the requirement of the hour for higher initiates. And when you, blessed ones, understand this dynamic and work with us as well as with the 5 archangels and archei of the 5 crystal rays, there can be a greater symbiotic relationship between heaven and earth through the nexus of your heart, your spirit wed to God. The use of sacred hand gestures that you call mudras is one way in which you may anchor the crystal rays through your own body temple. Another is the dancing, the panurhythmy, and eventually learning the steps of the pentagram dance itself, which, blessed ones, when you master it, will allow a greater influx of these quintessences within your solar cells, within your higher mind, even within your vision center, the tips of your fingers, the soles of your feet, and toes thereof, and you will be amazed to find that light brimming within you, accelerating your awareness of God front and center and present in your life. And these energies will truly, having been born within you, now reside permanently as a blessing to your soul, your spirit one with God. When you make the sign of the cross, there is the descent of the light of Alpha and Omega, the Father, Mother, God, from heaven to earth. There is the anchoring of light betwixt the spirit planes and the matter planes of being, as the energy of Father and Mother precipitate the crucible, the crux of the Christ awareness at the point of the intersection created within that symbol, that sign of the cross. Likewise, when you make the sign of the pentagram, there is also the descent of light at 5 points, the triangles that represent the triune nature of God, 5-fold, thus creating these loci or loci of light at each point, where there is the bending of light, and then the co-creation through that triangle of a nexus for a release of spirit within matter. To meditate upon this symbol of the pentagram allows you to ascend in consciousness to the God planes of being in heaven. and then residing there to receive inspiration from us and the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, as well as all of the archei and archangels of the 5 crystal rays. This movement is one in which you may make great progress on your path if you choose to enter into that light through the process of absorption into God. Feeling your Buddha nature, discerning the elements thereof, doing your pranic breathing daily, and then investing a greater portion of your outer waking consciousness toward the singular purpose of representing your I Am presence within matter, as a true initiate does. Your spirit, one with God, is a representative of God upon earth. Remember this, blessed ones, for at times when you lose the concentrated focus of God's self-awareness and return to a lesser manifestation of light, where you feel more human than divine, more earthy than of light, it is incumbent upon you to make that call so that there can be restored unto you the quintessences of spirit, an understanding of your true nature, where you have always been one with God, where God has always been one with you. The Elohim as the creators of star systems, galaxies, solar systems, and even the tiny solar essences deep within you, are here for you as co-creative elder brothers and sisters to provide for you that edge, that divine edge that will allow you to maintain inner harmony, peace, brother sisterhood, and divine stability. What we see as one of the preeminent problems among light bearers upon earth is that they have entered often a yo-yo state of awareness, going up and down, having high experiences, and then descending into deep states of depression or non-awareness of God's reality in their lives. Stability, equanimity, and the equalization of light within your auric field is something that you should truly nurture and master. For when you have the fire, the light of God, sustained 24/7, without interruption, then you are living, moving, and have your being as a divine light upon earth. Therefore, seek this level of God's self-awareness, and in that equanimity of your presence, all is clear. You may self-clear your aura simply by dialing into your presence and accepting the great light of your sun source flowing through you. The energization exercises of Paramhansa Yogananda are another great opportunity for you to master your body temple, to feel the chi, the spiritual fire of your true nature flowing through your chakras, your energy field, your nervous system, through the expansion of that light through the breath, and the movements of this divinely inspired ritual. And blessed ones, many other forms of dance, sacred dance, allow you through the touching of your feet upon the earth and the raising of your arms and hands into the sky or around your partner delicately. Also, anchor in many ways the crystal rays in form, through movement, through you. Therefore, dance often and feel the flowering of your divinity right within your being. Move, live, have your being in a state of near ecstasy, where you feel the light essences of all of the rays, including the violet light, shimmering and aflame within and without and around you. When you can feel the agency of the Holy Spirit and all of its forms and manifestations pressing upon and moving through you, then you know what it means to be an enlightened one, an inspired one, a divine one, fully representative of your God presence. We have brought the teachings of the Master Peter Dunov to your community because these are essential to understand and embrace, to make the greatest progress in anchoring the Mother Light. Truly, the Master was a representative of the Divine Mother during the time of his presence upon earth, bringing the understanding of deep compassion and love through the music that he composed and the dances that he brought forth for all mankind to learn and master. I dare say that when you master the Panurhythmy steps, the 28 representing the 7 rays and the 4 quadrants of being, then you may dance the pentagram. And if perchance, dearest ones, you choose to do this quickly, even at Mount Shasta, you may learn the pentagram. And then in a few short years, many of you may make a pilgrimage to Bulgaria to dance all of these inspired dances in the mountains or the Rila lakes, enjoying the presence of many divine spirits, devas, and fellow brothers and sisters of light from many countries around the world who have taken this teaching to heart, who have lived it, and who have walked consciously, representing the Master as they could where they are. All is coming into focus for many of you in your life when you choose a higher walk with God and lead a disciplined life where the grace of heaven is always yours to ingest, to revel in, and to know fully. Consider the lilies of the field, the birds of the air, of how they receive all that they require from nature and nature's God. You too, blessed ones, have so much abundance in your world that you do not even realize fully all that you have as a blessing upon your soul. Give thanks to God. Give adoration and obeisance to the divine presence. For in this, greater abundance shall be yours, to your uplifted spirit of thanksgiving, generosity, and kindness. From our perspective, the grateful ones are those whom we desire to invest more energy of light and abundance within. Because naturally, when they receive greater bestowals and boons in their worlds, they will praise God first, glorify the name I am that I am, and then use those energies wisely in service to others and blessing all without discrimination, yet with discernment. Oh, blessed hearts, it is time for many of you to begin to feel more of the resurrection and the ascension currents within your body temple. Not that you are ready yet for your transition, simply so that you may know, even while embodied, more of what it feels like to be eternally free in the light, suffused in this glory, in this brilliant radiance, in this holy love experience. To sustain love within your heart, through thick and thin, you must simply wed your soul to spirit and give pleasure to God by allowing God to bless life through your heart. Did you know that you give pleasure to God when you are loving and affectionate toward all life, when you are virtuous and think positive, dynamic, and creative thoughts, and send emotive streams and waves of glory to your feeling bodies, to all forms of life, to your love? This is the co-creative process. Enter into your presence and simply to be that love and compassion to all, gracefully employing your gifts and talents each day to be of service to the one eternal light, in humility, in gentility, in the wonderment of the uniqueness of the moment. Yes, capture the wonderment and the uniqueness of every moment through your conscious presence, upturned to God, and a spirit fed by light, divine light. Now we raise our hands to bless you each one, to activate new fields of glory within your aura, and to eliminate, for some of you, the dark spirits that at times you allow to be inscribed within your world through the negativity of the moment. Clear these now, O angels of the sacred fire and divine spirits, and allow each soul to be free this moment in their eternal light nature. Awaken the Buddha fire within. Awaken the mother lily light in the base. Let it rise to the crown for their freedom in God. We thank you for your attention this morning, and for your love of God, of one another, and of all life. Be at peace, remain in your presence, and all shall be fulfilled by God's grace. Thank you. So in closing, Arnie can pick whatever song she likes, although one absolutely wonderful one is to the Buddha of the Diamond Crystal Light, which may make the service go a little long because it's a long song. If you choose to sing that, though, it will be a great capstone to this morning broadcast. God bless you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.